Good morning, students. Welcome to today's lecture. Class we discussed some questions from. Question is state whether true or false. First part is all rectangles are squares. So we have to understand this thing. They are saying all rectangles in the world can be considered as square. We have to think whether it is true or false. This is false. Why? Let's see. In rectangle, we know opposite sides are equal. In square, all sides are equal. So is this thing equivalent to this? No. So the condition is not fulfilled. But if you say the vice versa thing that all squares are rectangles, then it is having extra properties. So that will be true. So you can have extra properties, but you can't have less properties. Okay, a rectangle is having less property than square. Therefore, all rectangles cannot be said as a square. Got it? Similarly, B part is all rhombus are parallelogram. It is true. You can again compare on your own, analyze. All squares are rhombus and rectangles. Again true. D part I have solved for you. All squares are not parallelograms. All squares are not parallelograms. This is false. Why? Let's see. Square has properties all side equal, opposite side parallel, diagonal bisect perpendicularly. Parallelogram has property opposite side equal, opposite side parallel, and diagonal bisect normally. So if you consider square has all the properties of parallelogram, even it is having more properties. So it is more advanced than parallelogram, but it can be taken as parallelogram also. Okay, there will be no issue. That is why if they are showing not, it is wrong. Okay. Similarly, all kite are rhombuses. This is false. Why? Kite is like this. You can see it has two distinct consecutive pair of equal sides. These two are consecutive, they are equal. These two are consecutive, they are equal. But in the case of rhombus, all sides are equal. So can you say this is correct? No, because properties are not matching. But if I say reverse, then it will be okay. If I say all rhombuses are kite, then it will be okay. Okay, so now G part, all parallelograms are trapezium. It is true. Why? In parallelograms we study two pair of opposite parallel side. In trapezium we study one pair of opposite parallel side. So minimum a figure should have one pair of opposite parallel sides to be qualified as trapezium. But this has extra. It has an extra pair of parallel sides. So that means it can also qualify as trapezium. So in a party, if trapezium is invited, in that party, parallelogram can also go. Okay. Now, all squares are trapezium. Again the same thing. When parallelograms are trapezium, square is also a parallelogram. Still, let me write like this. In square we know there are two pair of opposite parallel side. In trapezium only one pair is required. So it is having extra. So we can say it is also a trapezium. Okay. Like this you can try the remaining parts. Try to analyze what are the properties and then think. Okay. Now question number 2. Identify all the quadrilaterals that have four sides of equal length. You know there are two quadrilaterals in which four sides are equal, having four right angles. Again there are two quadrilaterals having four right angles. You can write their name very easily. Explain how a square is a quadrilateral. Why square is a quadrilateral? Very simple, because quadrilateral has four sides and square also has four sides. So it can be said as a quadrilateral. No issue. Why square is a parallelogram? You can tell because all the properties of parallelogram are here also. It has again two pair of parallel sides. It also has all sides equal. Apart from that, diagonal bisect each other. So all property of parallelogram are followed by square. Hence, it is also a parallelogram. Now, why it is a rhombus? Same reason. All sides are equal. Diagonal bisect perpendicularly. So the properties of rhombus are also followed by square. And last, rectangle. Same, you can say diagonals are equal in rectangle as well as square. You can say angles are 90-degree in rectangle as well as square. So the same thing. Okay, you just need to find the common properties due to which we can say a square is a quadrilateral, a parallelogram, a rhombus, and a rectangle also. So square is the perfect one. Now name the quadrilateral whose diagonals bisect each other. Very simple, you know. So, first one is parallelogram, then you know the remaining one. Second is are perpendicular bisector of each other. Again, you know there are two such quadrilaterals. Then third is are equal. Again, there are two such quadrilaterals in which diagonals are equal. Question 5. Explain why a rectangle is a convex quadrilateral. If you remember, convex quadrilateral means where all diagonals are inside the figure. No diagonal is going outside. So you can draw a rectangle and show as every diagonal is coming inside. Therefore, rectangle is a convex quadrilateral. Now, last question number 6 of this chapter. ABC is a right angle triangle and O is the midpoint. So, ABC is a right angle triangle. O is midpoint of O is midpoint of the side opposite to right angle. Which side is opposite to right angle? This side. This is your hypotenuse also. So O is midpoint of this side like this. Now what they are saying, explain why O is equidistant from A, B and C. They are asking why this O is equidistant from point A, point B and point C. We have to prove this thing. So what is given to us? Angle B 90-degree to prove OA equal to OB equal to OC. Now to prove this, we have to do a construction. Construction is simple. Draw a line parallel to BC passing through A like this. Draw a line parallel to AB passing through C like this. Suppose they both join at point D. So what we have obtained? A quadrilateral. Now let's see in the next page. So this is the quadrilateral ABCD. Now this quadrilateral is not only quadrilateral, it is a special quadrilateral. Let's see how. We know AB is parallel to CD. By construction we have made like this, that AB and CD are parallel. Similarly we have made BC parallel to AD, that this side is parallel to this side. Third, okay, first from these two what we can say, ABCD is a parallelogram because we know property of parallelogram, opposite sides are parallel. Two pairs, so one pair, second pair, so it is a parallelogram. Now being a parallelogram and having one angle equal to 90-degree, it becomes a rectangle. So we can say as angle B equal to 90-degree, we can say ABCD is a rectangle. Now, as it is a rectangle, we know diagonals are equal. So, diagonals of rectangle are equal. Therefore, AC is equal to BD. So, complete AC is equal to BD. It is a property of rectangle. AC is made of two parts, AO plus OC. So, I have written like this. AC is written as AO plus OC. Similarly, BD becomes of two parts, BO plus OD. If you try to understand, AO is equal to OC. So we can write OC as AO only. This becomes twice AO. How? See again. I can write this as AO. This OC can be written as AO again. Why? Because OC equal to AO. Similarly, PO is BO and OD can be written as BO again because they both are equal. So it becomes twice AO equal to twice BO. Twice cancel. AO is equal to BO. So we have got this side equal to this side. Now as these two are equal, we already know AO equal to OC. This thing we know already because diagonal bisect each other. So as AO equal to B, as AO equal to BO as well as OC, so we can say AO is equal to BO is equal to OC. It is same as this thing. If A is equal to B and A is equal to C, we can say A is equal to B is equal to C. Okay, I hope it is clear to you. Thank you. In these holidays, enjoy as well as study. These lectures are on YouTube. Whenever you have any doubt, you can refer these lectures again. Try to use some extra books also if you have and solve those questions. Okay, keep practicing. All the best.